Welcome back. Special edition of Morning Line, the holiday season. We're talking about the Chapman Holiday Lights Contest. You see that there on the screen. With us this morning is Chris Lawson. His family, grand champion. We're going to show that to you at the end of the show. Congratulations. Good to have you on. I really appreciate you coming on. And Charlie Woodward here. These guys both. Charlie's been doing this for over 21 years, shooting the lights and getting to know everyone. You've won. That gun in the last piece, the little red gun, he said, yeah, everyone needs one of these. I didn't know that existed until Steve Hayslip downstairs mentioned it to me this morning. So what does that do?
There's two different types. The one he showed is one for regular incandescent bulbs. And usually when a bulb goes out in your strand and your strand doesn't work, it's because one bulb was supposed to go out and complete the circuit, and it didn't. The way you fix it is you plug that strand into that gun, it has a trigger, you pull it, and it sends, a high current through there and shunts that bulb, so then the rest of it will start working.
So then it starts working, and it also tells you which bulb can be replaced, right? Well, because you'll see that, or will that one go? It won't go on. It's burnt out, right?
It's burnt out. You'll be able
but
to
it sends so much of a current through it, lights up everything else, and it'll work then. But at the same time, too, if you want, you can change that bulb, as opposed to throwing the whole strand away or going bulb by bulb, which of course no one does.
That's right. And there's another gun, a yellow one, for LED lights. The red one's for regular bulbs. There's a yellow gun just like that for LED.
About $30, something like that.
Yeah, it's about $30.
Okay,
and it'll save you if you buy, you buy all your LED lights. It'll save you a lot of money.
If you're doing what you do, that's money well spent. That is cool. I didn't know that existed. All right. So as far as this next one we're going to show, this is the Richardson family in Old Hickory, Brentwood area, right?
Yes. Yeah. They're on Old Hickory in between.
That's a busy road.
Chickering and Hillsboro, and as I say, people like to enjoy this light display going 50 miles an hour.
You got to look fast, or you slow down and back up the traffic. All right, let's have a look at the Richardson family.
I love the wreath. I don't think you can go wrong with garland, and it's real simple and classic. Well, it was the easiest thing you could do. You could just put some garland up, get a wreath, and stick it on the banister. That was easy to do. It's usually a three-person job. I'm down here and I've got two people up there helping me, and we're going back and forth. The two Christmas trees on the front porch used to be in the house, so we brought those out to the front porch because we thought they would look pretty from the street. Then we did the crepe myrtles right beside the house, and then we said, well, why don't we put some stuff outside the front gate? And we decorated the front gate, and then we decided to do the red trees on the canopy. So we've got more trees to decorate. We'll just see what Bill, my husband, which ones he wants to do next year, and we'll get the lights and have it done. But it'll still be red and white. We've got some trees out front that are wrapped, and I tried actually one year on the small one to put one of those nettings on it, and it just didn't look very good. So that went away, so we decided to wrap everything. The bigger trees, you can see, those are two birches. Just a different look. That probably took 3 or 4 hours, but that's a bunch of different people doing it. You've got someone working on the bottom, and then they're going for the top, and they're getting, so you've got ladders, you've got people at the bottom, and you've also got the cherry picker there to get to the very top. One of the guys that's up in the tree, I've nicknamed him Tarzan because he's climbing in the trees, putting a lot of the lights up. He doesn't mind it at all. You just cannot get a cherry picker everywhere on our trees. We're very particular about the lights, so we are going to take an inventory now that I'm curious about how many lights there really are. We'll find out this year when they take them down. I hope that it puts a smile on their face and they look at the simplicity of it, and it's just pretty. It's just Christmas. It's the Christmas spirit. And I hope they bring their children by, they love the lights, and it just puts them in a good spirit when they leave. But it'll still be red and white. It never ends. Christmas never ends.
That's beautiful. Red and white.
Yes.
Did you give her a guesstimate on how many lights she had? She wasn't sure?
Professional opinion?
Yeah, professional opinion.
I gave her a guesstimate of at least 85,000 lights, yeah. And she has help with a landscaping crew that comes out and helps her get up in the top of those trees. You just couldn't do that without a cherry picker.
That's right.
Or a nut who wants to climb up there.
Tarzan, right? Tarzan that goes up, she was saying. I know. I mean, I wonder if have we done stories? I know I've seen a few come across the wire where people have fallen putting up Christmas tree lights and suffering bad injuries. You got to be careful.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Now, with that one though, yeah, the lights red and white, and access to that for people there's really no place to pull over.
There's really not. There's not a shoulder on Old Hickory at that point. I mean, it just drops off. The road does.
So that's one you don't really stop at.
Right, slow down. Now, if you do want to see it, you can go by at rush hour when the traffic's backed up and probably get to see it a little longer if you're sitting there in traffic.
It makes sitting in traffic a little better.
I mean, and she does notice that, and of course, she does notice the traffic does slow down just a little bit, but like I said, if you've got especially if you're looking at the lights, think about it. If you're looking at the lights, you're not looking where you're driving.
That's why I worry about the traffic. Have there been fender benders over there? So,
yeah.
But
But it's well worth the drive by because it is a spectacular looking house, especially from a distance.
Again, all the locations are on our website, newschannel5.com. Lists that. You can get directions on how they go there. Now, he guesstimated 75,000 there. He thinks you have over 100,000. I ask this every year because I think it's something natural for people to wonder. I know LED lights are great and they're using much less electricity, but typically during this time when your lights are on, and we're going to show his coming up next in the next segment, the winner. How much does your electric bill spike during the months of November and December?
With the LEDs, it goes up about, last year was about $85.
An extra $85. You know what?
Years before that, old bulbs, about $200.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It was double that.
I mean, $200, that's a chunk of little change. $85 for all the pleasure you get for 30 days for that whole month, that's just money well spent.
Yeah.
That is just, it's not a waste at all.
No.
Absolutely fantastic.
And it's a Christmas card for the neighborhood.
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it. It's like it's a Christmas gift to everybody driving by. Not even your neighborhood. A lot of people, they're just driving around. They see it and it's like, wow, it's a great time.
Well, we'll be driving sometimes on the interstate and we'll see off to the shoulder back, in a neighborhood that's off the interstate, a bunch of lights in a neighborhood. We'll take that exit and purposely just drive through that to look at it because you see it. Now, you can't enjoy it. Just that it draws you. It's like a magnet. It's just so awesome. And as far as the people coming and seeing it, I mean, is there any kind of competition between you and neighbors ever? Or have you ever seen that where it's friendly competition, but they try to one up each other with it, which I love it when that happens in the neighborhood because then you're like, wow, these guys are going at it. He's trying to top him. Does that drive some of this? I don't know if it does for you.
There are neighbors that
I'm talking friendly, just like people compete with who's got the best lawn in the summertime.
And I've had families that live close to each other that they all decorate their homes. So like you'll have 4 or 5 homes together that all are lit up.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's the same family or extended family. But yeah, you do have neighbors. But then you also have neighbors that they look at it, can't compete with that.
They can't, exactly. Why bother? It's just going to be like.
But you never know until you enter. You never, because the judges each year it's a little bit different.
There's some subjectivity there.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. They look at different houses, and so plus next year I won't be able to compete, so it's open for anybody else.
Yeah, there you go.
So they're always wanting more people to compete, and when you do compete, you get your name on a list, and you're on the website. Yeah. Limos come by your house. You get to go to a dinner.
Yeah, aren't there? There's limo services that offer that during the holiday season, taking all the best Christmas lights.
Absolutely.
That's cool. I think that's neat. Some people may say, "Oh, I like my privacy." Not me. Holidays, I would love that.
Yeah, especially if you put all that work outside.
You're doing it because that's what you want. It's not just for you. You enjoy doing it because you bring pleasure to others.
That's right.
I just think that's awesome. Let's take a quick call from Brian. He's been waiting for a while. Brian, good morning.
Oh, I was snoozing looking at all the lights.
I know. Listen, we weren't going to take many calls, but when I saw you called, I figured I'd take it before we go to our final break.
Yeah, what about, I love that some of the houses, they're just like regular houses, not like big mansions or anything, and they put a lot of work into it, and they don't look like they're fabulously wealthy rich people. It's just something they like to do. It brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah, listen, I appreciate that. And you know what? He's right. I mean, some people think, to really set it up, I don't know, maybe you're a millionaire. But I'm just saying, you don't have to be wealthy if you're prudent and shopping and buying the lights at the right time, going to the flea market and all that to decorate your home in a spectacular way.
No. It just takes a little creativity is the biggest part to it to me. You come up with something you like, an idea, and just go with it. And
just look around for those. Again, this sets the stage for, we're going to show his in the next segment, the winner. What types of things can you tell me as you've shopped around? Do you hit garage sales? Do you hit flea markets? Do you basically just go after the holiday season and find some of the department stores buying items?
Mainly after the holiday season and on Black Friday, I look for the most of the lights. If I look like the major scene or something like that, I look for a garage sale, yard sale, something like that. But mine, I got somebody gave that to me this year. So his sister wasn't using it. It's old. I'm not sure how old it is.
Yeah.
But guy at work, he gave me some reindeer as well.
Yeah.
So
people
they give me
know and they
stuff.
bring you stuff. Oh, I could see that. Do you have any like preferences, light-wise? For me, I always like kind of like these icicle blue and white ones. I don't know why, that just catches my eye. I love them all, but I mean, do you have preferences on what kind of color lights you want? Like that one woman had mostly white and red.
Yeah.
Do you like Tutti Frutti? What do you like?
Well, I did buy everything at first, but you got to narrow it down. So she had the warm white lights. I went with the cool white lights that kind of represents the ice, like the icicles you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so I've stuck with that so far.
Yeah,
Did you hear the key word there?
She?
She.
Well, I think you were referring to the woman with the red and white, or your wife. You're talking about your
Well, I
wife?
was talking about the lady with the red and white there, but
Your wife, too.
My wife, she's the one, the major purchaser, and helps me find the deals.
You can tell us about his wife when we come back from the break. We'll get into all of that. It's teamwork here. Let's take a break. When we come back, we will wrap things up with our guests, and we'll show you the Chris Lawson family house, which won this year's Holiday Rates competition. I'm looking forward to this. We'll be right back after this.